Wow, Mike, this store is wonderful, isn't it? Everything here is so real. It's great, huh?
It is real. And great. Like the stop sign was great, the sidewalk was great, the parking meter was great. For you, everything in Musselshell is real and great, and that's really great.
All right. Just stand there and make fun of me. It's okay. I don't care, because now I know why my mom loved it here so much in Big Sky Country, because everything's so fresh and alive, and the air and the freedom and the people are just, it's so
real?
Morning.
Morning, folks. We don't usually see strangers this early in the day.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Oh, sure. That's what strangers do, mostly. Are you lost?
No, actually, just the opposite. This can sound a little strange, but, have you lived here a long time, like, say, more than 20 years?
I've been all the way to Billings once or twice, but other than that, I've been here my whole life.
Okay. So, do you by chance happen to remember a woman who used to live here named Sheila Washburn?
Oh, sure, yeah. I knew Sheila.
Oh, Lord, no.
Do not move, Senor McKechnie.
You want to point that thing somewhere else, Navarro?
Do not play games with the law. Are you alone, or is St. Clair with you?
St. Clair is long gone, and his name's not St. Clair. He's an imposter. Now, we've been in a tomb for hours. Get us out of here, please, and Miss O'Hara probably needs some bloody medical attention.
I am not your servant, senor. Senorita, before we find a doctor, I have questions that require answers.
Anyway, I'm really glad that you stopped by earlier today. What I want to talk to you about.
What's wrong?
Well, after Holden made those charges about Damien, Bob was reminding me of the way Damien kind of strong-armed his way into the partnership here. I don't want you to misunderstand me. I really have come to like and to respect Damien. But I don't know. I guess I just kind of wanted some reassurance from you, too. Oh. Swell. You've got your doubts, too?
Listen to me.
Eduardo.
Listen to me. Holden and Renata produced Bertram Kingsley's datebook. Now, I am concerned that the Rome police are going to reopen the investigation into Marina's death. And more importantly, that they're going to look into the files she was trying to get into for Holden's sake.
Eduardo, I cannot just destroy those files.
I know that. But you can launder them, render them innocuous. Capiche?
Everyone is on alert since Marina's death. If I move too quickly to replace those files, it will arouse suspicion.
If you hadn't lost your head, none of this would have happened. That girl should never have died. Hold on. Probably room service.
I want the truth, and I want it now.
Today by...
What are you doing here at this hour?
I told you. I want the truth. How did Hans know that I was meeting Bertram at the Cafe Rigoletto? What would poor Marina looking for when she died? What happened to Bertram Kingsley and Patricia Kingsley, and why? Once I have those answers, Cugino, I'll see to it that this madness ends.
I have room service on the phone. I ordered espresso and the morning newspaper half an hour ago. I want it now.
I understand. Call me back.
We have been over all this.
Yes. Over it, and over it, and over it, and over it, and yet nothing changes. People still die. You know, there's something that Lily said that struck me about all the explanations I've given her, and then changed and revised. She said it was a nightmare that wouldn't stop. Hearing that was a knife in my heart. You know why? Because I knew exactly how she felt. That is how I feel when you talk to me.
I'm your blood. I've always told you the truth.
The truth? From your mouth? Please, don't insult me, Eduardo. You explain. You assure me. Things are always taken care of. Nothing else will go wrong. I am sick of hearing that. Now, Barbara was the last accident. Gregory the last death. But a vase just happened to fall on Holden's head while he's in Rome checking on Kingsley Malta. Marina dies accidentally while she's doing the same thing. And Hans just happens to ask for $850,000. The exact amount you claim was needed to secretly pay off a Greek shipping magnate. And on. It never stops. You still telling me everything is fine?
Is that all? Is there anything more? Surely there's something else. Put it on the table.
Anything else? Isn't that enough? I want the truth, and I want it now!
Don't you ever, not ever, will you ever speak to me that way again?
Well, now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think that I think Damien would ever intentionally harm Lily, but I am getting worried about the way Grimaldis do business. Bob's right. Damien did strong-arm his way into WOAK. And sometimes when you use those strong-arm tactics on the wrong people, they backfire on you.
I think maybe Damien is in over his head?
Well, yeah, I think he might be. And I think there might be people inside Kingsley Malta who are just out of control.
Oh, Lord. Do you think that Holden is right? That Damien had some involvement in the Kingsley kidnapping?
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but Holden has definitely come up with some interesting and some thought-provoking evidence.
How is Lily taking this? You know, I haven't seen either one of them since the ceremony the other night.
Well, the situation between Damien and Lily is not too hot right now.
Hi, Jan. I'm sorry, I didn't know the hard-boiled TV reporters got spoofed like that.
You just be glad I'm not into martial arts.
All right, I am.
Voice that I hear.
Oh, yep, that's me. Hi.
And Heaven's name are you doing here so bright and early?
I just came by to say hi. I'm on my way to an assignment.
Oh, really?
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Cal.
Those budget projections, Miss Maxwell?
They are?
Would you care to step into my office and share them with me?
I'd be delighted.
So, it is a little early for a social visit. What's wrong?
You're right. I wanted to know if Bob had spoken to you about Dad going back east to see Duke.
Oh, no, not really.
He hasn't.
Why, are you concerned about the visit?
Yeah, I am. I don't think it's a good idea. Dad's having chemotherapy.
Well, sweetheart, I don't think I'd get too upset about this. I mean, for one thing, Dr. Rose is going to keep her eye on him, and your dad doesn't like to show it, but, you know, he really pays attention to what she says.
You know, you're right on that count. I can't believe he's found a doctor who can handle him so well.
I don't think he can believe it either.
Really?
So, what are you going to do? You feel like you're rattling around in your dad's apartment?
Oh, no. I'm going to enjoy living in the penthouse by myself for a while.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can just come upstairs, and then we can order in, and we can rent that movie you've been telling me
I
about.
would love to do that. Actually, you know, I got a lead on a loft in Milltown. Would you check that out with me?
I'd love to. After you help me move in, it's the least I can do.
Good morning. Granddaughter, give me a hug. I didn't expect to see you here.
I thought it'd be a good idea to come back to work.
Well, I think it's terrific.
So do I. Is Damien coming too? No, I'm serious. I think it's great that you actually knew Sheila Washburn. She was my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
I'm Rosanna. Oh, and this is Mike.
Oh, well, just call me Wally. Everybody does that.
You know, I had the strangest feeling when we came into town today. It was almost like I was, I don't know, coming home. My mom loved it here in Musselshell. She used to talk about it all the time, you know, so I had this picture of it in my head, you know, what it would look like, and it looks just like I pictured it.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that Sheila talked that much about old Musselshell. Well, it ain't exactly New York or Paris, France.
Well, no, but that's exactly what my mom liked about it, you know? She liked how real the people were and how warm it was.
Well, now, hope you won't be disappointed.
So, do you happen to also know a woman named Lee Washburn? She would be my aunt.
Well, I sure do. Only now she's Lee Tenney. Well, she married Ray Tenney. Yes, they live on a ranch, about a mile outside of town.
Sweetness. Let's hit the road.
No, wait. Not just yet, all right?
I'm telling you, there was nothing in the bloody tomb.
The only treasure in there were the remains of the Sun Jaguar's lady love.
Madre de Dios. You mean to tell me St. Clair killed Hector for nothing?
You have enough water, Lassie?
Yes, and I want it in a big, deep tub. Well.
Things still amuse you, senorita. Like the questions I asked that you laughed at.
Back off, Navarro. This woman was abducted, scared out of her wits, and trapped in a tomb. And as soon as we get out, you start to question her like she's a bloody criminal. I say that justifies a bit of hysterical laughter.
I followed procedure. The girl Nita said you and the senorita had the sun dancer, which is illegal.
I only said that to get him to search for you.
St. Clair has the bloody sun dancer. Have you caught him yet?
And I had to rent a helicopter to get here. An expense I must now justify with much paperwork and explanation. You not only aided the theft of Mexican national treasure, you cost my government many pesos.
Can't you see this woman has been through hell?
Oh, I'm fine. I think. Oh, no, I feel really good, Duncan.
Are you sure?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, perhaps all the talking we did help.
Yes, I think you're right. Talking about Africa and De Vere. I think the nightmare's over now.
If I may interrupt, the helicopter charges by the hour. We will go back to Las Palmas, where I assure you we will have a nice, long talk. Let's go.
No, I'm very sorry. I cannot spare a reporter to cover a society luncheon. All of my people have been hit with the summer flu. We can't even cover important events, much less a little... I wasn't very tactful, I guess. Oh, I'm just having the hardest time trying to run the newspaper when everybody is out sick and Duncan is away, and I'm so worried about Shannon.
Well, maybe you misunderstood her.
No, I didn't know. She definitely said she was coming back, and then she didn't get off the plane. Jess, I know something is wrong.
Now, Lisa, Duncan is still there, and we both know that he won't let anything happen to Shannon. And besides, you know how Duncan is. He gets caught up in these adventures, and he forgets little things like calling home.
Sorry, Jess, I know this is really hard for you.
Yeah, it is, but I made my choice, and now I have to live with the consequences. How's that sound? Do I sound like the strong woman of the 90s?
Tell me how you're doing, really.
I miss Duncan. I mean, on so many levels. As my husband, as my best friend, as Bonnie's father. This man came to the house last night looking for Duncan, and he was very polite, and he wasn't threatening in any way, but at that moment, I wanted so much to know that my husband was in the kitchen or in Bonnie's room or somewhere in the house where if I called, he'd be there. It wasn't that I was afraid, it's just... When I married Duncan, I felt safe in a way that I just don't feel anymore.
Tell me about this man, this stranger.
He said that he and Duncan had a mutual friend.
What was his name?
He didn't say, he just left abruptly.
But here I am again. I'm afraid I was rather abrupt last night, and I would like to apologize for that. My name is Jack Durbin.
Jessica Griffin, McKechnie.
It's very nice to meet you. But I was hoping to see Duncan.
Oh, well, unfortunately, he's in Mexico right now. He will be back. We expect him any minute.
Well, I had some business that I needed to discuss with Mr. McKechnie.
Well, you said something about a mutual friend. Maybe if you just give me the name,
really not that important. See, the main reason I'm here is to ask for a job.
Oh, really? What kind of job? A technical, editorial?
I'm sorry, no, I'm a reporter.
You are a reporter? Well, isn't that strange? All of my reporters have just been zonked with the flu. It just so happens that there's a major strike going on at a factory across town. Do you think you'd like to tackle that? And we'll call it kind of an audition.
Absolutely. I'm on it. Thank you so much, Mrs. Mitchell, for this opportunity.
Oh, no, wait. How'd you know my name?
Well, it wouldn't have been too smart of me to come asking for a job without first checking the Argus masthead. Lisa Mitchell.
Well, I certainly am impressed. All right, then. This is the address of the factory, and but first go downstairs to personnel, fill out a form, then get going. Deadline's 1 o'clock.
Well, if that's the case, the form should wait. The story always comes first. N'est-ce pas? Bye.
Goodbye.
Well, what do you know? A reporter just falls out of the sky. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, incredible.
So was my mom always into art and literature?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm not used to all this third degree so early in the day.
Did you hear what he said before about how beautiful my mom was?
What's the deal?
What do you mean?
We drive out all this way just to get here, and we finally figure out where your aunt lives, and we sit around drinking cup after cup of Wally's Worst while you pump the poor guy about your mother. Why aren't we on our way to the ranch? What's the deal?
The deal is, don't you think it's just a little too early to just walk up and show up and say, hey?
Well, then why didn't you call when we were on the road? And just tell her that you were coming.
I didn't exactly know her last name, let alone her phone number.
Hold it. Now, call me crazy, but she told you how great the parking meters were, but she never told you her sister's married name?
No. I don't think she had much contact with her family after she left here.
Why? Would they get in a fight or what?
Well, I think it was probably just a little too painful for her.
That's very romantic. But I gotta be honest, I don't see how all this is any better than being married to an auto worker in Detroit.
Look, Mike, I didn't expect you to understand.
Well, I understand this. The rancher started sunup, so it's not too early to go there. And just for the record, this was the worst breakfast I ever had, including Captain Blythe's breakfast back there in Iowa. Thank you, Wally. Let's go.
Mike, can you just chill out for another minute? Please.
Thank you. I am fed up with your suspicions and accusations, huh?
Yeah? Well, I'm fed up with your evasion, Eduardo.
Bravo! All right. I will spit out what chokes me. You know something? You are a spoiled little boy. You want power. You want to run things. But when it comes to blame, you point your finger at somebody else.
That's a lie.
Is it? Is it really? Are you here today out of your concern for the truth? Or are you here because Lily was upset that Holden brought Bertrand Kingsley's appointment book out? didn't make that appointment. You did.
Yes, I did. But I didn't have Bertram Kingsley kidnapped, and I certainly didn't have him killed.
Neither did I. But you would rather point your finger at me than face your own involvement. You never brought the police into this Bertram Kingsley kidnapping in the first place. You certainly never brought Renata forward to speak. And you did not open your files to the police. No, most importantly, you did not start your own investigation, did you? You're not concerned with the truth, Damien. You would rather wrap yourself in the comforting cloak of ignorance. Assign it to me. Yes, I brought this company profit and protection. So do not, please do not claim this moral high ground. It's gross hypocrisy, and I'm not going to bear this burden so that you can bathe in that luxury anymore.
You're pathetic.
Huh?
But you were right about one thing. I was wrong to leave these matters into your hands. From now on, I'll find the answers myself.
Cesare. Yes, well, he was very upset, but I think I managed to distract him. Hold on, I think he's coming back. I'll talk to you later. Cugino, we both said things in anger that...
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Apparently you've already had one confrontation this morning. That's a bit early, even for you.
I think perhaps confrontation is too harsh a word. Oh, Damien gets frustrated when Lily is upset, and I think he tends to take out that frustration on me. It is, as they say in this country, well, it goes with the territory.
Yes, don't make light of this. I understand his frustration. It's not just Lily. Kingsley Malta is out of control.
Nonsense. Damien's perspective is perhaps colored by his lack of experience, but the fact is that he...
The fact is that I'm bored with your glib excuses.
Well, the fact is that I'm bored with your saintly mother role. In fact, I will tell you what I just told Damien. I'm no longer going to bear the burden of blame for this company or this family.
Oh, stop this self-pitying. I know just how you long for power and that you would do anything to attain it. Lorenzo is not here, so I speak for him. You must clear the Grimaldi name of any involvement in Bertram's murder and stop any illegal activity within the company, or it is you who are going to have a fall. Do you hear me?
Yeah. How do you propose to do that, Orlando?
Your affair with Patricia Kingsley was a very good motive for Bertram's murder.
What's going to prove that?
Tell that to the authorities.
Think about what you're saying, Orlando. Do you really want me to go to the authorities? What would your precious son think of that? What would he say if he learned the truth about Mom?
Be very careful, Eduardo. Even I can lose my saintly self-control.
Well, I'm not threatened by that. I'm really not afraid of you, you know.
If that's true, then you really are a fool.
Well, I was just talking to Marlowe at the City Times, and he gave me an assignment. There's a factory strike over in Milltown. The talks have broken down. The workers are facing a long lockout without pay, so it could get ugly down there.
Well, that sounds like it has potential for my show. I could put both sides together on the air. That would be dynamite.
That would be dynamite.
Take me with you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Can I talk, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? When you get back from wherever you're going, I need to talk to you about Gregory Varner.
Janice, I really gotta hit it. You coming?
Yeah, sure. We'll talk. Okay.
I think that's really going to work.
Oh, yeah, I think we're definitely on the right track.
Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Oh, I've got some papers that need Damien's signature. They're in my office, so if he doesn't come in before you leave, would you take them home with you?
Oh, okay. I thought Cal would...
Yeah, Kim, I'm sorry, but I should have told you. Lily is staying with me for a while.
Oh, honey. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just thought it would be best that you know so you don't get caught in the awkwardness between Damien and me.
Oh, bless your heart. I just hope you two work this out. And soon.
Me too.
Meantime, I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Okay, I gotta get to my appointment. Excuse me.
Billy, the roam operator just called back. There's no Patricia Kingsley at that number.
Thank you.
Now, why would you be trying to reach Patricia King?
I've made a decision. If Damien doesn't have the answers or he won't give them to me, then I'm going to have to find them out for myself. What, you're not going to say I'm making the biggest mistake of my life? Or...
Darling, it's your life. I may think that you're taking risks that you hadn't ought to take, but I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Just not sure what that is. I'm so confused. I told Damien to give me the space so I can figure some things out on my own time, but there's this part of me that's so hurt that he hasn't run to me with the answers.
I just hate seeing you in so much pain.
Well, don't get me wrong. This I'm very clear about, one way or the other. I'm going to find out the truth.
Are you listening to me, Delano? We've got to go after St. Clair immediately. He admitted that he killed Hector and that he shot Scott Eldridge.
What are you looking for now?
A clue, something that'll show me which direction St. Clair went. A man doesn't plan to hunt for a treasure like that without planning an escape route.
I went through his things in the helicopter. There's nothing.
Except for this, his map.
I examined it. There's no markings.
Aye. But there is how he folded it. See the creases?
This proves nothing.
Except look how he folded it. See what it includes? He folded it to include the Mayan ruins and the Hapagua River outpost. Now, that outpost is notorious as a clearinghouse for drugs and illegal documents, not to mention safe passage out of Mexico without benefit of immigration.
I hope you're not suggesting I use the helicopter.
What a splendid idea. Since Sinclair's traveling overland, if we take the helicopter, we can get to Hapagua before he does.
No. I had enough trouble about renting that thing to rescue you and the woman. A trip to Hapagua based on the folds of a map is insanity. Besides, Hapagua's out of my jurisdiction.
I thought your assignment was to find the Sundancer.
See, but not in a rented helicopter. You two will stay put until I report to my superiors, and then we will talk more of the whereabouts of the Sundancer.
But we told you the truth. St. Clair has it.
Perhaps that's what you wish me to believe, huh? Perhaps this talk of maps and Hapagua is only to distract me. You will stay here until I am satisfied, or you will be in even more serious trouble.
Adios. Listen to me. Sit down.
What?
You look mad. What's wrong?
I'm not mad. I'm frustrated. See that guy? The Cubs hat?
Oh, yeah, it's Chester. I just took a picture of him on the picket line. He's one of the strike leaders.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get him to talk to me. Nada, not 3 words. Now he's talking to Blue Street to this guy from the Argus.
That guy's from the Argus?
Yeah.
I've never seen him before.
Yeah, neither had I, but he has Argus credentials. Damn it! What did I do wrong? Why are you smiling?
You're usually very controlled, Janice. I mean, I never knew how you felt about your work. It's the first time I've ever seen you get frustrated when things didn't go your way.
Well, look who's talking. I've seen you storm out of the dark room, frustrated with yourself because you felt like you didn't do your best.
Getting sick of people saying, Dixon, lighten up, it's only a picture.
No, it's only a story, not the end of the world. Hey. Excuse me, can I talk to you?
If you hurry, absolutely. Who are you?
I'm Janice Maxwell, WOAK-TV. This is Andy Dixon, photographer.
Photographer. Never would have guessed that one.
Jack Durbin, first-day stringer for the August.
Look, I want to know, how did you get Chester to open up to you? He wouldn't even talk to me.
Well, first of all, you're dressed like Janice Maxwell of WOAK-TV, and I'm dressed like Chester. Chester also had a wedding ring, so I asked him about feeding his kids, I asked him about paying his mortgage, and I also pointed out the sacrifices a strike demands, and I asked whether or not he thought it was worth it, things like that.
Simple and direct. Should have thought of that myself.
Yeah, well, as we say in this business, there's always a next time. Listen, if you'll excuse me, I do have a deadline, okay? See you.
Thanks for the advice, Mr. Durbin.
Call me Jack. Name's Jack.
Okay. Be around.
See ya. That's an interesting guy. So you ready to cut out?
Pretty soon. But first, I'm going to have another crack at Chester the family man.
Yeah, but what have you heard from Shaft since then?
What does it matter? I told you to get your butt back to Oakdale because of Shaft. Now, I covered for you, but he's on your case.
Ain't that the truth? Hey, don't sweat it, Sparks, all right? I can handle Shaft one-on-one.
And what about the other guy?
What other guy? Are you older dude, cowboy type?
No. Young, your age, suit, tie, red sports car.
Blow-dried hair, snotty corporate type?
Okay, you know him.
Was he talking to Shaft?
Yeah, they were damn near joined at the hip for a minute, but I couldn't hear what they said.
I have a pretty good idea. Listen, thanks, Spark. All right? Oh, and if the suit comes back, tell him I said rotate his tires, huh? All right, I'll see you.
Does that look okay?
Yeah, you look damn good.
Thanks. I'm a little nervous.
Why? This is your family. I mean,
I know. It's just, don't make fun of me, all right? But I want to go back and pick some of those wildflowers we saw along the side of the road before, okay? I want to make a good first impression.
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Thank you. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Eduardo. Oh, my, what a surprise.
I hope I'm not disturbing.
Oh, don't ever apologize for coming to see me. Come on in. Tell me, to what do I owe this lovely surprise?
I just had the most irresistible urge to see the most beautiful woman in town.
Oh, lovely words. They really are, but your heart's not in it. Come on now. Something's bothering you. Hmm?
I'm fine, really. I'll survive.
You will? Yes. Well, why don't you sit down over here and let's talk about that, huh? First, may I get you something?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
What's wrong?
It's just, Damien got so distraught over the interruption of that renewal ceremony, you know. Holden's unconscionable disruption and his wild accusations. And I suppose when Damien feels frustrated, and he tends to take out his pain on me.
Yes. I understand. Maltese families are no different from American families. Well, you see, Damien is all upset, and because he is, he has to take it out on someone who's strong. Someone he knows will forgive him for his outburst later.
Lisa, I wish it were that simple.
Oh, Eduardo, I'm not dismissing how upset you are. I'm not doing that at all. It's just that I know you. You'll be able to smooth over everything just fine.
You really believe in me, don't you?
Well, of course I do.
I got your story, Mrs. Forgive me. I didn't realize you had...
That's perfectly all right, Mr. Dillon. So, is it a good story?
I think so. I was able to interview both sides and get personal points of view as well.
Well, excellent. I will take this and look it over. In a few minutes, you and I will get together and discuss it. Would you mind waiting in the little room down the hall? There's coffee there. Help yourself.
Absolutely.
Fine. Thank you.
I will go and let you run your newspaper. I want to thank you for being you.
Oh, Eduardo. Anytime, my door is always open. What? Did you forget something?
Yes, I forgot something.
Partner?
Oh,
I didn't mean to start.
it's okay.
I think I owe you an apology.
You do? Why?
Well, I know you got something on your mind, and I've been so dang bogged down in my own concerns that I haven't even asked you if you maybe you want to talk it over, so I'm sorry.
Thanks, Bill. Actually, there's nothing I can do about it. Bob would say I'm being overly protective.
You really think there's something going on between Janice and Andy?
I don't really know. He's just so vulnerable right now. And the situation with Courtney, I don't know.
Mom?
Yeah.
I'll check you later. Good to
Okay,
see you,
son.
Cal.
See you, Andy.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, honey.
Cal, Kim, Jessica's in your office waiting.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Janet! Wait. I wanted to talk to you, remember, about Gregory Varner.
Oh, yes. I guess you want to ask me if Gregory ever said anything about a tie with Damien or Kingsley Malta. Did he? You're a real piece of work, Lily. You play Holden like a kite on a string for months. Then he busts in the middle of the ceremony where you and Damien renew your marriage vows. And now here you are, skulking around for evidence against your husband.
Oh, what are you talking about? I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are. You have two incredible men who are in love with you, and you treat both of them like dirt. I hope that Damien finds out just how loyal and trusting his lovely wife is and dumps you. And when he does, I hope that Holden has the good sense to run the other way.
Mama, I hope you understand why I think it's best if you return to Malta.
No, I do understand. It's true, there's not much more I can do here, but I wish you'd come back to Malta with me.
Come on, Mama, I can't. You know I can't now.
I respect the deep feelings you have for Lily, but cannot ignore the way she reacted to Holden Slider's accusations. I still believe it would be best if you came back to Malta and put your house in order.
Mama, I would not run away from my marriage and my home because of lies and innuendos.
That's not what you would be doing.
But we would look to people, and especially to Lily.
My son, I know you would prefer your mother not to interfere. But you must be strong where Lily is concerned. I don't believe she has any appreciation of you at all.
Oh.
Of your position, no respect.
Ma, please, don't start this again.
Please hear me. My life with Lorenzo was not easy, but we worked things out. I knew he needed my full support, and I gave it to him unequivocally. I wish you could get the same kind of support from your wife.
Look, Mama, I hear what you're saying, right? There's only one thing I can tell you. Lily asked me for time and space to think this through. I give it to her willingly, but I will not go after her again. Now, I will do everything that's in my power to solve the problems at Kingsley Malta, I promise you that. But Lily will have to come back to me on her own. If she doesn't...
Well, I understand. The house will seem very big and lonely. I miss you terribly already. My son, you do know that I'm always there if you need me.
Barkeep. Hola, hombre. Cerveza, por favor. Me llama Sinclair.
Ah, sí. I know of you, senor.
Bueno. Then you know I've arranged for passage out of here, huh?
Something I can do for you folks? What do you want, miss?
Are you Mr. Ray Tenney?
That all depends on who's asking.
I'm your niece. I'm Sheila's daughter.
How will an elementary school fire change back-to-school plans for some Bay Area kids? KPIX 5 News has answers today at 5.
Sunglasses by Outlook Eyewear. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
I'm your niece. I'm Sheila's daughter. You are